as the beast would take his position as ruler, and the fake war on terror enslaved the masses. The beast would rise to power out of nowhere, and he would rise to power on a global scale. A junior senator with little to no experience would seize the throne of the most powerful nation in the world. Through his promise of peace, he would go out and conquer, and beguile the masses.
The United States is disgusted that a couple members of this council continue to prevent us from fulfilling our sole purpose here, addressing an ever-deepening crisis in Syria and a growing threat to regional peace and security. Even more shameful when you consider that at least one of these members continues to deliver weapons to Assad.
The new ruler of the kingdom divided would even scoff at the Most High God, Yahweh.
Which passages of Scripture should guide our public policy? Should we go with Leviticus, which suggests slavery is okay? Or we could go with Deuteronomy, which suggests stoning your child if he strays from the faith? Or should we just stick to the Sermon on the Mount, a passage that is so radical that it's doubtful that our own Defense Department would survive its application? Folks haven't been reading the Bible.
To understand the significance of the destruction of the Twin Towers, one must first understand the reality of the two different species growing together like twins. The parable of the wheat and the weeds in the book of Matthew illustrates the two different species growing together. The destruction of the Twin Towers was Satan's declaration that the twins were gone, and that the two had become one, as evidenced by the building of the One World Trade Center. The One World Trade Center's architecture represented an upside-down seat joined together with the right-side-up seat, thus forming the new race in one new body, thus representing the forming of the completed human race in the form of a hive, controlled by the spirit of Satan. As God himself had taken on human flesh in the form of Jesus Christ, Satan himself would also take on flesh in the second beast, Barack Obama. Through the destruction of the Twin Towers and the tearing down of what once existed, the building of the One World Trade Center would represent Satan's recreation of a temple in which he would sit as the king, the commingling of the serpent seed with the seed of the woman, by signing an 11,000-pound steel beam, and by writing the words, "We remember, we rebuild, we come back stronger." Satan would scoff at the Most High God, Yahweh. The statement would reflect Satan's defiance towards God by claiming his temple had been rebuilt and that the two had become one through the intercourse with human women.